Olá, amigos do Degustando Vinhos. Sejam bem-vindos a mais um programa e hoje estou aqui onde tudo começou, onde eu tomei o vinho que eu dei a maior nota da minha vida, no Château Pape Clément, em Pessaleuian, que é perto do aeroporto, por isso que eu vim para cá primeiro, foi pura coincidência. E eu fui recebido aqui pelo Valentin, ele me deu uma grande aula de enologia, já posso até escrever um livro, e também falou sobre alguma mais sobre focado na produção do vinho, e agora ele vai falar rapidamente sobre a história vinícola e vamos degustar dois vinhos aqui. Ele vai falar para vocês sobre os vinhos. Valentin, it's a very pleasure to receive you in our program. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for spending your time with us. And I have two questions only. First, the short history about the winery, and after that, you can taste these wines, tell about these wines, and tell to the people what you see, you feel in these wines.
Great, sounds good. Let's do this. Hello, everybody. So, as Federico said, I'm Valentin. I'm working for the Château Pape Clément for about 4 years now. Let's introduce you a little bit the history of this label. So the Château Pape Clément is a kind of really old vineyard, as we were saying previously, because the really first harvests here were in 1252. So a couple years ago. Actually, we celebrated last year in 2024 the 772 harvests at the chateau, so almost 800 years of history. And there, the name of Pape Clément, so Pape Clément, came from the first owner of the vineyard, Bertrand de Goth, who has been elected in 1305 Pope. And when he has been elected Pope, he decided to rename himself into Pope Clément V. So thanks to this, the original vineyard that we have, Pape Clément, was first Domaine de la Motte, and step by step, thanks to the Pope, changes into Château Pape Clément as we know it today. And so now we're tasting with Federico the 2016 Pape Clément Red, so marvelous bottles with a little bit of aging now, which is a blend of 50% Merlot, 47% Cabernet Sauvignon, and 3% Cabernet Franc. So a quite traditional blend in the region. We also have Petit Verdot in the Pape Clément vineyard, but we were not feeling interested, let's say that, by adding it to the blend in the 2016 vintage. So here, just Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc. That's it. The nose is already quite open. It's starting to get a little bit more open this past few months. Okay, he had a little period with a little bit less interestment, let's say that. But now it's starting to get more open. So we have the typical varietals of the Merlot, like the cherry. Okay, we have a very nice cherry flavors, a little bit of raspberry also. We have the varietals as well of the Cabernet Sauvignon, like the black currant, which is quite interesting. You have this kind of, a little bit of acidity and this great freshness let you think a little bit about mint, This is the black currant, but also, the black currant leaves, as we're saying. Then the Cab Franc is quite present because you have this kind of little spicy note, like white pepper, a little bit of cloves as well, the viola as well, the roses, the red flowers in general, the Cab Franc are quite interesting. So these are the varietal flavors, but you're also starting to have a little bit of evolution. The fruits, they doesn't look pretty ripe, let's say that. They look a little overripe now, a little jammy,
Yeah.
It's because thanks to the aging, we're losing a little bit of acidity in the wine. And thanks to this less acidity that we're gonna have in the wine, we're gonna have more filling of jamminess, of mellowness into the reds, which is quite interesting here. And also we have an aging process of 16 months, with not too much brand new oak, with 2/3 of brand new oak and 1/3 of already used barrels. So thanks to this, the oak flavors are pretty well integrated to the wine. You have a hint of vanilla, of cinnamon. You have the typical flavors of Pessac-Léognan, like the Flint, for example, which is typical of Pessac-Léognan. You're going to find it in almost all red and white from Pessac. You have also this little cedar note, so a little wooden oak, cedar, etc., which is pretty nice. Licorice, which is the signature of Pape Clément, by the way. And a hint of chocolate as well, of dark chocolate especially.
Yeah.
And on the palate, this is a wonderful wine, and we're going to try it. Yeah. The palate is pretty silky already. It's round. It's pretty elegant. You still have a little bit of astringency right there, but it's pretty fair, pretty honest. It's not too heavy. You have a great fruit flavors. The fruits are here, and then it's staying. It's pretty long. The length is really interesting. Yeah, this is a pretty beautiful wine. And on the retro, yeah, you still have the fruits. You still have this oaky flavors, and it's pretty well balanced. Yes, yeah, it's still already drinkable there. For sure, you can age it for 10, 15, even 20 more years without problem. But if you want to enjoy it right now, it's not a problem.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Simply beautiful.
Yeah, it's a real beautiful wine, really easy to drink already, with a great complexity. As I was saying, it's not too heavy, there is not too much tannins, you still have a great acidity. So this is a great criteria in order to have a long aging potential and a long aging process. Acidity, tannins, alcohol, we got everything here, so we can age it forever. The only issue is your patient. That's it.
Very beautiful. I'll put the
white
for you. I'll put for you.
Thank you.
And for me.
So to continue, the white Pape Clément 2022. 22 was a rich vintage. The biggest issue in 22 was the huge heat wave that we had. We had different heat waves episode, one in August, one in June, one in May. It was a little complicated, this vintage, because the heat was so intense. We had a huge dry episode. We had a lack of rain in 22. So we decided to harvest mid-August. For the whites, obviously, in order to avoid having a lack of acidity and a lack of freshness. So when we harvested in 22 the whites, we still had a little crispiness in the whites, a great acidity, and you can tell it here is not too heavy, you know, it's not too buttery. You have some whites in 22 who are pretty extracted. Here is not the case. You have a great elegance. The Pape white is 100% vinificated in barrels, okay? We're gonna do all the vinification process in barrels in order to have a nice oak support. Even if the barrels are almost all already used, we're just using 20% of brand new barrels, and the rest are already used barrels. So thanks to this, we're gonna have this great mellowness, you know, on the nose. We have this jasmine, a little honey. Flavors were a little sugary almost. You can expect something quite sweet on the palate, but you're gonna see it's not sweet. It's completely dry. And then I didn't tell you the blend, but the blend is main Sauvignon Blanc 60% and 40% Semillon. Okay, we also have Sauvignon Gris and Muscadelle, but we didn't use them for the 22. And actually here, the Sauvignon Blanc, you can definitely feel it with this quite citrusy flavors like the lemon, the grapefruit flavors, etc. This kind of herbs as well, a little grassy flavors were typical of the Sauv Blanc. And the Semillon is bringing this kind of peaches, apricot flavors, stone fruits flavors in general, who are creating a nice balance. It's like cutting down the acidity of the Sauv Blanc, controlling it a little bit in order to have a little bit more mellowness on the palate. Also, the Sauv Blanc here is developing a lot of exotical fruit flavors like passion fruits flavors, lychee as well, mango a little bit. You have also a little bit of vanilla, of oak, but it's really, really, really light. Ouais, et là. And here you have a great acidity, which is striking you at the beginning. And what I really like with the Pape Blanc is that first it's pretty acid, so it's starting like this, and then at the middle of the palate you're going to have a great roundness, which is really helping to have a little bit more savory flavors. It's not too acidic, it's not sweet as well. It's a kind of in between, which is really interesting in order to have something like an aperitif, or we really like it in France with what we call a solmenière. You know, the solmenière, it's a flat fish with a butter sauce on it. With this is wonderful. It's wonderful. And still, well, I still have it in the mouth. It's pretty long. The length is incredibly long. It's a real beautiful wine.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's a beautiful wine. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. I really love the Pape wines. Tell me.
I'd like to thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
For everything, for your time with us. And eu gostaria também de agradecer vocês por assistirem mais esse vídeo. Peço que curtam o vídeo, peçam que se inscrevam no canal e divulguem o nosso canal para amigos, familiares e outros. Take the glass, please.
Excuse me.
Cheers. Um abraço a todos, direto daqui onde tudo começou, minha história com os vinhos de Bordeaux no Château Pape Clément. E cheers!
Cheers.
Salute!
Salute.
Saúde!
Saúde.
Isso! Chanté!